While we're all busy enjoying Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Nintendo and Ubisoft are hard at work at a super cool sounding crossover. What's up, everybody? It's Zach from Switch Force. I've got Jake and Gabe here with me. New details emerge about the supposed Mario and Rabbids fusion that is an RPG. Emily Rogers, the frequent leaker and rumor woman who is about to be a game developer, actually, dropped a little more detail before she left the rumor mill and said that Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle has 8 playable characters, including Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi, and they each have their own sci-fi weapons, laser guns, arm cannons, etc. But you don't control the characters, you control Tuttorio, a small floating dish to guide them through the worlds. There's also co-op multiplayer, so we'll get into the details of each of those sentences, but first, just overall, I think this could be a super fun and really just a smart union. What do you guys think?
I love the Mario RPGs. I think Bowser's Inside Story is really fun, and obviously they go way back to the Super Nintendo, and they're some of my favorite Nintendo games, even the ones that are not developed by Nintendo, so I'm all for it, and I do think that the Rabbids and Mario can sort of mush together to make a really cool game, and I hope it's really cool. So the RPG elements are always relatively simple in these Mario games, but I kind of like that stuff. To me, simple doesn't always mean bad. I love I Am Setsuna, and that game is very simple. This one sounds like there might be a little twist on it, obviously, since you control this tutorial or whatever the name is, and we'll get into that here in a little bit, but I'm definitely excited for it.
I'm more excited for the mechanics of the game and sort of another, like you're saying, another Mario RPG. I'm not a huge fan of the Rabbids. I don't really like them or the design, so I don't really see them fitting into the Mario world super well. But I am super excited to test it out and play it portable. I think it'll be a super fun game to be able to play while you're waiting in line for things or such. So yeah, I'm interested. And also, it sounds like it's in space or the future, or I don't know. It sounds like it's not the typical Mario with a wooden hammer and Luigi's throwing a green shell. They're supposedly Mega Man arm cannons. That's craziness.
Well, when you say Kingdom Battle, I instantly think of medieval times, castles and sieges, but then it goes all sci-fi, which sounds cool.
I thought that this was just going to take place in the Rabbids Kingdom. I thought that's what the premise of the game was, that Mario and company come.
Oh, it could. Yeah, it could, and their world just has all sorts of insanity. That's a very viable point, and I wonder, do you guys think that this will sort of walk backwards a little bit towards, Super Mario RPG, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and give us some more of the depth of the genre, or will it be more akin to Paper Mario Color Splash and keep things, very basic?
No, I really hope it's more of a throwback. Those games that you mentioned, they're great. They're really, really great. And again, to a lesser extent, I keep going back to Bowser's Inside Story. That game was so fun, and the premise was so unique and so silly, and the Rabbids do lend themselves to that. So I'm excited. And again, where does the sci-fi stuff come in? Sure, they're in the Rabbids Kingdom probably, but seeing Peach with a sci-fi weapon, that's weird.
I think it'll be cool. Let's dig into these details a little bit here. So, we know it includes at least Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi, 8 playable characters. Now, do you think that this is going to be a case of Rabbids uniting with Mario and friends, or Mario and co. against the Rabbids?
I think they're trying to get back to the Mushroom Kingdom.
So you think they're going to help them? You think there's going to be a cooperative Rabbids Mario versus some
Kingdom Battle makes you think it's a fight between the two kingdoms, Mushroom Kingdom and Rabbid Kingdom.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was kind of wondering.
Maybe the Rabbids accidentally invade them and they're trying to push them out, or the other way around, they get knocked into their world, or into the Rabbids world or something. I don't know.
Hey, let's speculate here. They said it has 8 playable characters. They mentioned 4. They mentioned Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi. Who do we want to say the other 4 are? The bane of my existence, Toad, is probably one of them, right?
I have to imagine, since this is being developed by Ubisoft, that there will be some, Rabbids characters playable, and whether those are Rabbids, whether they bring in Rayman himself, I don't know.
No way. Rayman's not in
No way?
No, I don't think so.
I feel like Bowser will make an appearance just because he seems to always do so in these types of titles. But it could be 4 and 4. I think that's perfectly possible as well. What do you guys think about this concept of not controlling the characters directly? You control Tuttorio to guide them through the worlds. I take this as being on the overworld, not in the battles.
Yeah, that makes more sense. He's just kind of the party marker that's kind of carrying everyone around, which is not like atypical of RPGs. So I'm not too concerned. At first I was like, what? But I'm not too concerned about that. I am curious though, like if the villains of Mario like team up with Mario to like expel the rabbits. Like the rabbits are just going crazy everywhere, and like then Bowser's like, all right, enough of this, and so he teams up with Mario, and then you get to play as like Bowser and Bowser Jr. and stuff.
I guess it all depends who the central conflict's between, because it could be a case of the Rabbids teaming up with Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi to repel some new Bowser.
But there's
invention.
just like no like. There's not like one or two like Rabbids that stand out. Like there's no like head honcho of the Rabbids that you could play as. You know what I mean? Like you'd be like Rabbid.
But they could throw in like a mage rabbit. They could throw in a medic rabbit.
I just figured out what the game was, by the way. Bowser, he's tired of Mario just stopping his plans to take over the Mushroom Kingdom. He's like, man, whatever, the Mushroom Kingdom will never be mine. I'm going to go take over the Rabbids Kingdom instead. So Bowser goes over there. Mario chases him to try to stop him. And then that's where the Rabbids and the Mario gang, they join forces to stop Bowser from also taking over the Rabbids Kingdom. That's what the game is.
Or since in Mario Odyssey we've seen that there's 4 evil bunnies on Bowser's side, maybe those are the 4 other playable characters. In like Mario Odyssey and this are like all one world.
Ooh, that would be absolutely insane. I do wonder if it'll bring in any of the action elements from the Mario and Luigi titles and the Paper Mario games, or if it will go strictly turn-based. It does say there's co-op multiplayer, so I'm assuming that you will have control over your entire party. And you could split that up amongst your friends.
Split Joy-Con.
Split Joy-Con, split characters.
Yeah. I think that'd be cool.
Feel any type of way about the Mario characters getting like laser guns and arm cannons? I know Jake, you said it would be kind of weird, but does it seem like Nintendo's taking a risk here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in what they look like and what the character models are and like their outfits and stuff, and see how that plays out. Because I'm a firm believer in like Nintendo's done a super good job of having these IPs that are super well themed and like creating worlds within them. And whenever they bring up these things like these crossovers, like bringing in like Samus and Mario together, like it just in my head it doesn't really coalesce super well. So I mean, I have faith in Nintendo. I think they do a super good job of creating games and new IP all the time. So I'm not doubting them. I'm just a little bit skeptical because I'm not a huge fan of the psychoticness of the Rabbids with the more kind of like calm, mundane Mario characters that don't really talk a lot. So
I feel like the Mario characters, though, will calm them down. I feel like Nintendo's involvement in this has to like low-key it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. And then sci-fi is like a whole new like third element that's like kind of out there, so it'll be interesting to say the least.
But yeah, sci-fi,
the character models are what I'm most interested in.
Mario Party, when they go to the space world, I think it's Mario Party 2.
Yeah, it is.
When they put on the space costumes, that's all I can think of with those like 64-bit models.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the weapons and the guns and the arm cannons. Like, I'm sure that it will be just thematically like fitting to whatever the game is, and it's not like people are gonna be like dying in the game or anything. It's gonna be like little laser weapons and stuff. I think it'll be totally fine, honestly.
Yeah, I'm glad that Ubisoft is like we mentioned, getting back on board. Zombie U, fantastic on the Wii U, and good to see them kind of renewing their commitment with Nintendo. Now, do you think that this hits this year? I think it's pretty much inevitable that it gets announced at E3. One, just to give the Switch another title to look forward to, and two, to show Ubisoft's interest. Obviously, they released Just Dance, but this solidifies. Do you think it comes out in 2017?
No.
Now, there was rumors that this was potentially a launch title initially. One of Emily Rogers' earlier posts, and when Laura Kate Dell and Emily Rogers were speculating, there was some talk that this could have been at launch. So I feel like it has to come out this year.
Yeah, it's another holiday smacker, or is it a post-holiday title to like have the kids spend their Christmas money on it? Like either.
I feel like this is an August or September game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I feel like, okay, think about it from Ubisoft's perspective, right? They have to invest all of their marketing dollars, all of their time and emphasis on Assassin's Creed Empire, whatever their other tentpole titles are for the fall. Those are going to be the October, September, November games. So I feel like they will use August or September to push this and fill that gap for Nintendo as well. Because if Nintendo's partnering, it seems like this is going to be a bigger deal than just a released and forgotten third-party game.
I would love for it to come out this year. I just don't see it happening. Xenoblade is still supposed to be this year, so I feel like that's going to be the big RPG for Nintendo. I don't think that they want to put. And you got to remember, Mario Odyssey is coming as well. So to have another game with Mario in the title, so close to Odyssey, I don't see it happening. Especially because Xenoblade 2 is probably going to be the big RPG for the year. It doesn't seem to fit. Like, yes, there's like space for it, like calendar-wise, but like Odyssey's coming, so I think that's Nintendo's gonna want people to think of Mario and have Odyssey be what comes to their mind, not this Rabbids game.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I mean, if you look at it numerically, August to November would be a 3-month gap. November to February would be a 3-month gap. So unless you're thinking Rabbids comes out next spring, you know, much later.
Yeah, who knows? I just hope this thing is real, because I can't say with certainty in my mind that it is. It probably is. There's enough rumor about it, but, you know, we don't know.
Let us know down in the comments below what you think of this game, how you think the battle system will work out, what characters will make up that Great 8, and when you think it's releasing. I think it's safe to say we're all excited for it. I hope that the RPG mechanics are deeper like some of the earlier Mario RPG games, and I hope that they find a way to bring in an interesting story, because I think they could do such a thing. And then this floating dish, whatever that is, it sounds like there's gonna be an overworld, you know, going through different lands and whatnot. Could be really cool, especially implementing co-op for that local play. So let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Hit that like button if you are pumped for Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch, and this game will bring you all those announcements, so hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know. For myself, Jake, and Gabe, until next time, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day. Switch Force out.